Hello, Daphne here with another video for you. This one's titled, How About a Trip Off the Beaten Path? Does that appeal to you? Well, I can tell you it certainly appeals to me. And today, my off the beaten path location comes from Italy, a little tiny town way in the south of Italy called Tropea. A gorgeous spot. A gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spot here on planet Earth. But first, I just have to say how much I love Italy. It is such a special place. We know that it's well known for its delicious pizzas and pastas, for its luxury vehicles like the Ferrari. We know that it has some of the most incredible, iconic masterpieces from ancient times like the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and many, many others. We know that a famous artist made many of his beautiful paintings here, Leonardo da Vinci. And there are so many different areas of Italy. That's what makes it so fascinating. Starting at the top, you have the Italian Riviera with the romantic, beautiful, picturesque town of Portofino. I absolutely love Portofino. Whenever I'm there, the whole place is so beautiful. It just makes me happy seeing it and being surrounded by such a gorgeous spot. Then traveling further to the east, there's the beautiful area known as Cinque Terre. And that is spectacular with all its colorful houses. It also has the most incredible views of the Mediterranean Sea. Then, of course, you have Milan. You have, then further way to the east, you have the absolutely amazing, interesting town or city or whatever you want to call it of Venice. A whole city built on water and with some interesting islands, Murano and Burano, surrounding it with the glass factories there and more colorful houses on Burano. So that is such a very special part of Italy. Traveling south and a little bit into the west, you can see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now that is a structure that is fascinating to watch and pretend to hold up for a selfie picture. Then it's on to Tuscany, one of the most beautiful areas of Italy. I, of course, love all the vineyards there, and some of the most delicious wines are produced in this region. And, of course, it has many, many incredibly delicious restaurants. And, of course, Florence is home to the Michelangelo's masterpiece, the David or David, however you want to pronounce it. The Duomo, which is just an incredible structure right smack in the middle of Florence. And, of course, the Uffizi Gallery with more incredible works of the masterful artists of Italy in the Renaissance period that I've ever seen. Absolutely a gorgeous museum just right smack on the shores of the Arno River. And then, of course, in the south, there's Rome with its magnificent Vatican, the Colosseum, and so many other, the ancient Forum. I mean, Rome is just amazing. If you're in the old city of Rome, you cannot walk more than a block without seeing some ancient structure. It's just incredibly beautiful and interesting. I have more fun walking through the Forum and just imagining what it was like when Julius Caesar ruled the roost at that time. So traveling a little further south, you come to a less, I don't want to say popular because it is popular, but it's not as heavily traveled as the other parts of Italy, which is southern Italy. But take a drive along the eastern coast, south of Rome, and there you will have some of the most picturesque villages you've ever seen, like Positano, which just It's like it's like stacks of houses, like a pancake, up the side of the hill, with gorgeous views all around. It's a incredibly relaxing vacation spot, in my opinion. Then, and you have Pompeii, where the ancient ruins were buried by that volcano, and that's interesting to explore as well. But going further south towards the very bottom of Italy, and as you all know, Italy is shaped like a boot. On the part of the boot nearer the sole of the boot is a town called Tropea, and it is one special picture postcard town. Its main feature is this 400-foot high rock with this ancient monastery on top, which is called the Sanctuario Santa Maria dell'Isola. And the views from this top of this cliff will take your breath away. Now, it may not be all that easy to get to the top, as I can point out here. There are 300 steps that you have to traverse in order to get up to this vantage point. But I can tell you in no uncertain terms, it's worth every single step. There's no more magnificent view from anywhere in Italy, and it is just gorgeous. And to just stand up there and breathe the fresh air and feel the breezes coming off the Tyrolean Sea, well, it's just plain magical experience. Then, of course, this town is very popular with Italians, but it's not that popular with foreign tourists. The heaviest time of year for Italians, obviously, is July and August. The beaches here are absolutely gorgeous. White sand beaches. They're some of the most beautiful in Europe. But the best time to travel to this part of the boot of Italy is in the months of, I would say, May and June, and then definitely in September and October. Then you'll be able to walk on the cobblestone streets, look at all the ancient houses, sit down at a cafe, enjoy an absolutely delicious Italian gelato, and see some of the most picturesque views anywhere in Italy. Just a magical treat, if you ask me, especially when it's not crowded. So, my friends, that gives you a brief snapshot of this lesser known spot in Italy. And I highly recommend that if you are planning a trip there, you think about traveling through southern Italy. It is a magical kingdom, if you ask me, of interesting places, great restaurants, scenery to take your breath away, ancient houses and palazzos, and this absolutely incredible feeling of walking back in time, which is one of the feelings that I love traveling abroad, because it's fun to imagine how people lived long ago. But right here and now, all the treasures of Italy are available. All you need is to buy a plane ticket and get on the plane and go. And just remember this: the only trip that you will regret is the one you don't take.